Lads! Ski here, and today we are back with another video with probably the biggest thing that I've done so far. But not yet. Literally, I know that some of you might not necessarily know who DannDib is, but trust me, you will soon. And I'm just so happy that he was down for this, as he already knows, because to be honest, like, he's just a great Australian bloke. Like, guy's great, to be honest, can't lie. And you lot are always like, just like pre his music and check that out. Also, yeah, in the TikTok video, you know how I said that TikTok is okay to have on your phone? Apparently, Anonymous tweeted out a while ago that it low-key isn't, and that China's actually using it. So if a hacker group like Anonymous is saying that, then you should probably listen to them. Unless if you don't care, that's fine. Doesn't matter that much anyway. But anywho, without further ado, let's get to it. Let's get it!
Fucking two like the best lyricists of all time, and I'm just gonna be like, yeah, well, I'll see what I can do.
No, for
But
sure.
I'd say Drake.
I'm rocking the Jordans, they call me the one in my city. I'm Miles Morales, you hearing my name, don't ignore it. I'm serving these villains like orders. Swing through the streets, yeah, I'm flowing like water.
Hear someone like Drake, that's like, bro, arguably the biggest fucking pop star in the world. And like, when you got this guy,
it's practically factual, mate.
yeah.
To be honest, like at this point,
there's not many people bigger than Drake. And when you got this guy come over to your scene, and like, I know like grime, like for a while was like a very, other than like outside of the UK, was like a very type of niche.
yeah, definitely.
Listen,
Heavily.
you got like when you got the biggest pop star in the world coming over and getting all of like the UK guys on this album and doing singles and shit. You just gotta, you can't.
Kingpin out here messing with the Spider-Verse. I'm so ahead of my time, 2099 every time I write a verse. This is called a gift, man, not a curse. You can feel the spark in the room when I walk in.
Yeah, I'd say I have like the most fun making like vibe type of tracks. So like, obviously I always put effort into my lyrics and rhymes, but
Definitely.
like where it's just like a lot more simple, the flow's a lot smoother and easier. Like I really enjoy making that type of music because it's like it's a lot easier and like I can have a lot more fun with it.
I won't drop, I won't quit, and I won't stop until I win. I'm more than just a Brooklyn kid. They call me Miles, I'm Spider-Man. I won't drop, I won't quit, and I won't stop until I win. I'm more than just a Brooklyn kid. I'm Miles Morales, Spider-Man.
Alright then. Second time's a charm.
We got it working.
Finally, man. But yes, we have DannDib here. Daniel Dib or Limitless, depending on where you know him from. What are you saying?
Not much, man. Just making music, making content, and just having fun with it, man. It's pretty much it at the moment.
Oh no, for sure. I can definitely see that. I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest, from people that I listen to now, in terms of music, because with me in music, I just like try listening to everything other than country music.
Yeah.
Country, I can't hack it, bro. I can't hack it. I can appreciate it.
I feel like I've heard that from so many people, man. They're like, I listen to so much music except for country.
I mean, I can appreciate it from a distance. Like,
Yeah.
a good song is a good song. It's just like, do you know what I mean?
Because I don't listen to a lot of country, but there's a song. Have you heard of Chris Stapleton?
Chris Stapleton.
So he's got a song called Tennessee Whiskey, and honestly, bro, I don't care if you hate country, but this song is unbelievable.
Tennessee Whiskey.
Tennessee
Whiskey.
It's the same guy who was on that song with Justin Timberlake, Say Something.
Oh, Okay,
something,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, like I had really good vocals then. All right, I'll check that out.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
But yeah,
cool.
man. I'm the same, man. I listen to like everything. I don't just listen to hip hop as well, which is like kind of what I try to like with my music sound wise. With the next project that's coming out, you'll kind of see that. Like I've made some songs that, like with what I've put out recently, you probably wouldn't expect. Like there's a lot, like the vibe's so much more different. So I kind of just, I kind of just make music of like pretty much like how I'm feeling, like the type of music I'm listening to. Like if I'm just enjoying like vibes, like if I'm driving in my car and I'm just listening to like vibey type of music, like that's the shit I want to make. If I'm listening to like hardcore lyrical rap, then like that's what I'll be making. So I think that's kind of how my music flows.
Oh, so you would say you're a very influential rapper, depending on what you're listening to at the time. Like it kind of mixes.
Yeah, because I kind of like, like usually the way I'll like get motivated to make a song, even if it's a new one or if it's like if it's a new song that's come out. So let's say, have you heard of K-Tronada?
No, actually, I have to write so much down, just like so much new music to listen to. It's great.
He's a DJ, and like one of my favorite rappers is Goldlink, and there was a song on his new album called Vexor with Goldlink, and when I heard that track, like straight away I just like went onto YouTube and looked up like K-Tronada type beats, and then I ended up finding this crazy beat, and I made like a super funky track. So it was like something I didn't expect I was going to do, but I was just like super influenced like from that album and his song that I just wanted to like make something similar or like create a similar type of vibe. So, yeah, that's usually how I kind of work with my music.
Oh, that's dope, man. Oh, for sure. And I feel like for most music artists as well, like taking from the environment that you're in and how like continue to perceive things can make your music so much better. Like for example, how is the Australian music industry and like that whole scene? Because I'm not too familiar with it. So like, how is it in the scene going there?
Well, I'd have to say I know like Sydney's been popping off a bit more. Like, have you heard of 1-4?
1-4?
Yeah.
I think
like
so. From like one of my mates, like.
Yeah, they're like a Sydney like drill type of group, and I think like a lot of that scene is taking inspiration from like the UK and stuff. But I'd say like the Melbourne music scene is like very underrated, but it's kind of like split into two like kind of fields. Like you've got the artists and the rappers who like they rap in like a very strong Aussie accent, and like with myself, like I don't do that because like a lot of my inspiration came from like US, like American hip hop and stuff. So when I started writing and making music, I kind of just, well, you could say at the start I kind of like mimicked them, I guess, with like the accent. But then after a while, it just like came so like natural to me. So like when I rap or whatever, it just comes out more naturally than actually rapping in like the way that I talk.
Oh, so it's kind of switched then, you would say, that you naturally just rap in that accent because you constantly been listening to them.
Yeah, and I was like, and when I started writing music, it was weird. I kind of had like that accent in my head when I would be writing words. Because like if you say a word like an Australian compared to like an American, different words rhyme. So I kind of just learned how to rhyme and got used to their way of speaking when I was writing lyrics and shit.
Wow. I mean, not everybody can do that, mate, to be honest. Like that definitely takes skill. And it's funny though.
Yeah, you go.
All right. So I remember as I was listening to Reserve Kings, there are a couple things that I picked up in which you apparently repeatedly listened to Eminem constantly to like memorize those lyrics and everything.
Yeah. And
then you said as you grew older, it changed into more of a Pac and Biggie thing. So I was quite curious about that actually.
Yeah, and Tech Nine as well.
About that switch.
Yeah. So I think Eminem, obviously, like, I think I would have been like 12 or something, maybe even a bit younger, when I kind of just started listening to Eminem, and then just really just like fell in love with hip hop then. And then from there, I started to discover like different artists. But it wasn't. I wouldn't say I started like actually getting into hip hop until I started listening to Tech Nine. So I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's a
Oh no,
rapper.
I've definitely heard of Tech Nine.
Yeah. Oh, bro. Like for me, he's top 5 for me personally.
Jeez.
He
That's
like
interesting.
lyrically, flow, delivery, and like how much work that guy puts in. He's on another level, man. But yeah, I think I said I memorized every word until I collapsed. Yeah, so that was like the first song I really like went home and like looked up on the lyrics and shit and memorized like every single word.
Yeah.
So, trying to say that was the beginning till I collapsed. Eminem.
I don't know for sure. Like, I remember being around that same age, just like trying to memorize Rap God at the time, bro, because everybody was obsessed with it. Like, mate, like people would like
How
put
old?
it out as a party trick.
How old are you? If you don't mind me asking.
I mean, like, I turned 18 back in May.
Oh shit!
I know, right?
Because I was Rap God. When I remember being in class when Rap God came out. I think I was year 8. I don't know if you guys like if it works the same for you guys. So I would have been like 14, I think, when Rap God came out.
If you were 14 when Rap God first dropped, because I didn't listen to Rap God when it first dropped though. So
You did or what was it? You did or you didn't?
Oh no, like I didn't listen to it when it first dropped, because it dropped like 2010, didn't it?
Fuck, really that long ago. I'm just trying to think because I remember being in high school. So I'm 23 this year. So I reckon if it no later than like 10 years, because like 10 years ago I was in year 7. So I reckon it would have it definitely came out when I was in high school, because I remember sitting at the tables with my friends and just the fucking stuff I love you using when I'm here, bro. Listening to that,
classic.
Like, losing our minds. So it was definitely no later than 10 years, I'm pretty sure.
And then also the fact that he beat that same record in Godzilla with like the amount of Eminem's good, mate. Honestly.
Well, have you heard Speed 'Em?
I don't think I have yet, actually.
Bro, have to, bro. That I think that's up there with like one of his fastest verse. So that was the first song he did with Tech Nine. So when that came out, I was losing my mind.
I mean, it was like the best of both worlds for you then, mate, because like
yeah, two favorite rappers of all time on the same track.
Honestly,
doesn't get much better.
I feel like Eminem has that trend though. Like he's done the same thing with Joyner Lucas, joining with him, joining with Logic as well. Like these quote unquote fast rappers that people will sometimes compare to Eminem, and then when they do a song together, it like changes their lives, mate. Like.
Yeah, I know, man. Like he is, man. Like when it comes to hip hop, if you're a hip hop artist, man, and you collab with Eminem, like, bro, it's safe to say you haven't just made it. You've almost completed the fucking thing. If you've done a song with Eminem.
That's an interesting perspective. So would you say like who's your dream collab then, other than Eminem obviously or Tech Nine? Dream collab.
So I like at this point, if someone told me like, oh, like we want you to do a song with Eminem or Tech Nine, bro, I would shit myself. Bro. I wouldn't know. I'd have to like turn it down. There's like I'm not confident in myself as a rapper, but like I still got a long way to go, man. And it just it'd be fun, but like it'd be very daunting, man. Fucking two like the best lyricists of all time. And I'm just gonna be like, well, I'll see what I can do.
No, for
but
sure.
I'd say Dream.
Yeah.
Dream collab right now. Honestly, I'd love to do something with like Dave. I reckon Dave.
Ooh.
Yeah. Bro, I'm all over that UK scene. I'm all over it.
Dave literally just dropped a track with Fredo. That whole
Money Talks, bro. Money Talks.
Jeez, that tune is.
Bro,
crazy.
when he said, what did he say? He goes, I think he said like, man goes Heathrow more times than you make it.
Yeah. Oh my dick.
I lost it. I lost my mind. That was crazy.
No, like it's just like I feel as if that in rap, especially with like typical hip hop, there's these stereotypical way of saying, "Oh, money's bitches hoes." However, with Dave will chat about money, Dave will chat about gal, but his lyricism is so good that it's not on the same level when they're talking about the same thing. At the end of the day, because a lot of rappers do talk about girls and money, but if you're good enough, you can make it sound completely different than most of the stereotypical shit.
And that's what I mean. Like with like Dave and even like AJ Tracy and Agent shit. Like these guys, like they're always flexing and shit, but like they back it up with like their skill. You know what I mean? Because like with like those rappers, that's all they talk about, and there's no real like
substance.
There's no punchlines. Yeah, and there's no real substance. Or even like there's no like what's the word? Like they don't really get clever with it. And when you just start hearing that over and over again, it's like, all right, man, how many times am I going to hear this? But when you hear like Dave or even Stormzy, like just putting like some clever shit together, it keeps you intrigued. And like even though you've heard the same shit before, they're saying it in a different way. Where you're like, oh man, that's fucking crazy.
Exactly. Funny enough, do you remember that Stormzy diss track that he had against Wiley about Still Disappointed?
Yeah, that's still on my playlist.
That is one of my favorite songs, bro, of like 2020, man. Honestly, I can... bro. I remember I was just like memorizing some of the verses. I spat them out. And then one of my flatmates was like, yo, what was that? I was like, that's Stormzy, bro. It's too hard.
When they were going back and forth, that was like one of the best, kind of like rap battles I'd seen in a while. But,
I mean, like, Wiley didn't say anything back afterwards. No one's heard of Wiley since.
Do you know what? Out of all of his diss tracks, what is that? I think Idiot's Skingman 2.
Ooh.
What is like, what does he say at the start? Ask your mom where she knows me from. Trust me, I'm the coldest done.
Yeah,
that one's sick. I have to say that one was
definitely.
Like that one goes hard. But
That's
I think overall, I do reckon Stormzy won, but that like it goes Still Disappointed, and then that one like Wiley's track, and then the rest of Stormzy's. I think just Disappointed, the first one.
For sure. I mean, like when it comes to rap beef and everything, it brings out some of the hardest bars, bro. Like the whole MG.
That's when. Because when you're making a song, you're like, obviously you're putting effort into your lines and bar, but when you're like, if you're going head to head against someone, like you really got to prove yourself. Like you can't keep anything left in the tank. So it's kind of just putting everything on the table. So you kind of get to see, like, did you listen to Chips?
Oh my days, Chips, Flowers is dangerous.
I feel like he's almost done a whole album on
like he just has it like prepared in case Stormzy says anything. Because knowing Chip, he might just do that, you know. Because my days. Then he mentioned the whole Black Lives Matter thing and the bars and bro, it was a wrap. It was a wrap.
Because what's it called when Gets and Stormzy dropped what was it, Skingman mode or Skingman? Like 3 hours later, Chip dropped fucking 10 Commandments.
Jeez. It was such a... It's like... I feel it's just that you have to have that skill, though. And if you're more of a passive rapper, rap beef is not for you, mate. Just, like, grow into the pop scene, do some tracks, make some garage beats, you know, like... Just blow up off of that, because rap beef is not something that you want to fail at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, because that shit can end your career.
Honestly,
if you're fucking with the wrong person and someone who's like, because if you're like a small fish going for a big fish, man, and you don't like at least prove yourself a bit, then it's a wrap, bro.
Yeah, like no one's gonna care about your name at all.
Nah, man, and that's why I think like even though with how big Stormzy is, like Chips he's just like, bro, I do this shit, bro. I do this. This is what the 10 Commandments, I've been like fucking, I've had that shit on repeat lately.
Honestly. Chip, I'd say from the UK scene right now, I'd say Chip, Heady One, Stormzy from time to time though. Mate, what is your opinion on the Only You freestyle with Drake and Heady One. What is your opinion on that track? Because personally, I feel like Drake did his thing, and Drake wasn't bad on it at all.
Yeah, no, I definitely, like, when the song came out, I definitely fucked with it heaps. I don't listen to it as much. When it came out, I listened to it quite a bit. But no, if it comes on, yeah, man, I'm definitely fucking with it. But yeah, I don't know whose verse I prefer more because I love Heady One, bro. But Drake, I think that's another example as well. Like what I was saying before, with like paying someone to do a collab. Like Drake could have just done like his own thing, but like he pays homage to like the UK grime and drill scene. You know what I mean? Like
he definitely fully respects it for sure, and that's why like people accept him at some point in time. Because a lot of people don't like Drake doing drill. A lot of people. I've always been like, he's not rapping badly though. Like you can't deny that. Yeah, it might sound a tad bit different. However, lyrically, flow-wise, everything else-wise, he's smashing as per usual.
Yeah, he does, man, always. And if anything, man, he's just like helping like the UK scene, man. He's just because like he loves it as much as like any other American, Canadian, or Australian loves the UK scene. Like, and like for like someone like me who's like really into it, like there's times like I wish I was like a fucking grime rapper, man, because like I listen to it so much. I listen to it so much, and like when you hear someone like Drake, that's like, bro, arguably the biggest fucking pop star in the world, and like when you got this guy,
it's practically factual, mate.
Yeah,
to be honest, like at this point,
there's not many people bigger than Drake, and when you got this guy come over to your scene, and like, I know like grime, like for a while was like a very, other than like outside of the UK, it was like a very type of niche.
Yeah, definitely.
Listen, when you got the biggest pop star in the world coming over and getting all of like the UK guys on this album and doing singles and shit, you can't respect it at least.
Oh no, for sure. But to move on from talking about other rappers and everything, I figured that I'd do a bit of a lighter question, because why not?
Yeah.
What's your favorite superhero?
Me and my friend, we like always talk about this shit, and I used to kind of like, because like so the answer is Hulk, and I never like, I used to like, I want like more like a unique superhero, but like growing up he was always my favorite, and it's just something about him that I just love.
I mean, he's the Incredible Hulk, innit? You can't hate him, bro. To be honest, he's
just a machine, bro. Just a beast, bro. But my two that come close, Black Bolt.
Ooh.
And Nova.
Definitely. Two very, very solid choices. A lot of people don't pick Nova, you know. Now that I think about it, highly underrated in terms of the scene. Like,
I think he's gonna be in the next Guardians.
He might be, you know.
He might make an appearance. I'll lose my shit. I'll literally lose my shit. I'll pass out in the cinema, bro.
Speaking of Marvel and everything, I was so annoyed when I didn't see Adam. When I didn't see Adam like in Infinity War, because in the comics, like he's the one that fucks up Thanos, isn't it?
Yeah, so he's like I think in the comics, in that like that storyline, he's like almost like the key to it. So it was like,
I guess they just didn't want to do that, or I don't know. It was the only thing that kind of disappointed me about Infinity War, because everything else was amazing. For sure.
Yeah. Well, I think as well, because obviously like there was so much happening in Infinity War, and I think like looking back at it now, I think if they added Adam Warlock into that, it might have just been like maybe a bit too much, like story wise.
Yeah, it might have like cluttered the entire story in hindsight. So I see what you mean.
I think obviously like that. I reckon Marvel have plans for like the next, God knows, probably like the next 20 years to 30 of films. So like I'm sure they've got like the Adam Warlock storyline fitted somewhere in the upcoming films. So
yeah, leaning more back to the music. Do you produce your own beats?
No, I don't. No, I don't. It's something I definitely want to. I wouldn't say get better at, but learn to do, because I don't do it. But it's something I definitely want to start doing. But it's like, as like making music, it's like I get most of my beats just from YouTube.
It is.
Yeah, it's a pain. Like I spend a lot of time like looking up like different beats, like looking at different producers. But yeah, making my own, or finding like a local producer who I can sit with and kind of like mix up my own beats. Because like when you find a beat on YouTube, you might like love it. But I was talking to someone last night, my friend Lewis, who the song we just dropped, I Hope You're Feeling Better, on his EP. So I was out.
Oh yeah, I did see like you promoting that actually. I was gonna ask you about him later on, but I guess we can do it now. Like,
yeah.
How would you describe his music? Because I listened to a tad bit of the EP though, and I did really enjoy it. So it's very like wavy.
Yeah, no, like he's a, like I've seen him live, like obviously like seeing artists live is very different, and live he's a musical genius, man.
Jeez.
And I think like definitely like with his vibe, like I try to switch up my vibe to kind of match like his with that song. But yeah, man, he's so talented, man. So he's he deserves all the things that are coming his way, and yeah, no, just super talented, man. That's the only way I can put it.
Oh, that's amazing, bro. For real, because I know that it's weird, isn't it? Like when it comes to media, like a lot of people, like they'll start out as friends in the scene, and like they'll keep on building each other up, and then sometimes some people get more publicity than others, and then the support changes, and like people move ways. So I always respect it when people like keep the same energy when it comes to friends. It's so important, honestly.
Yeah. Well, I've known him since I was like 10. We kind of didn't speak for a while because like we played footy together like as kids, and then down the track I kind of hit him up when I started doing music, and we were talking a bit, and then he's like, I want to get you on my project, and I'm like, man, it'll be a privilege to. So yeah, man, it's always good to keep in touch with people. Always good to see where old friends, what they're doing and stuff. You never know, man.
Definitely, like, especially during these COVID times, I saw so many people talking to their old friends and like just trying to find connections, because COVID like really like made it hard, like made it so hard to genuinely get that connections that we all need as humans in general. Like, we need it. It's crazy.
So true. Like I know it's still kind of rough with you guys, isn't it, at the moment?
Oh mate, national lockdown is peak. It is so shit. Like literally, because like I skate, right? So it's not too.
You ice skate? Did you say?
Oh no, like I skate, like I skateboard.
Oh, I thought you said you ice skate.
No, I do skateboard like from time to time, and like the day like it snows, it's basically I'm forced inside, can't do anything, mate. It's so long.
Yeah, like we had our lockdown. Well, let's say like when did all this shit start? I reckon for us we went into lockdown around March, and
yeah, same time as us this time last year actually, March.
We were kind of going in and out, but I think when you guys were kind of like out of lockdown a bit, because I remember watching like Sidemen videos and shit, and they were like kind of running around the streets.
Oh yeah, back in summer or something.
Yeah.
Sidemen are great.
I think like that's like how most countries are working, because like we're in our summer now, and honestly like it feels like it's not even here. Like we've done like pretty well. We did like a 3-month lockdown where we just like no one was doing like anything. Like it was like a complete lockdown. But now we've got like hardly any cases, so we're kind of enjoying our summer. So we're kind of living it up.
No, that's amazing though. But only difference is your summer was way better than the UK summer. I can say that for a fact. Like literally, Australia. Mate, like so many people.
I'd say, yeah, Australia summer, yeah, but like Melbourne, like from where I'm from, like bro, 3-4 days ago it was like 34 degrees, and then and yesterday it was raining all day. So
Wow.
they kind of say in Melbourne we get like 4 seasons in one day. That's
Oh
what I like.
wow. But like, what would you say are your favorite tracks to make in general? Like ones where you're like genuinely excited, or would you say it's still the influential thing, where it depends on the kind of music that you're listening to?
Yeah, I'd say I have like the most fun making like vibe type of tracks. So like, obviously I always put effort into my lyrics and rhymes, but
Definitely.
like where it's just like a lot more simple. The flow's a lot smoother and easier. Like I really enjoy making that type of music because it's like it's a lot easier and like I can have a lot more fun with it. Whereas like something like I don't know if you've heard the song "They Can't Keep Up with Me."
Was it in an abbreviation?
Yeah, it was like the TCKUWM.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So like that one, like making a song like that, like it feels very rewarding at the end because like I put a lot of effort into the lyrics and the flows and shit. But like recording it is a lot harder because like I'm doing a lot more takes, make sure I'm getting it like right. So
Yeah, that's always the thing with projects that like you put that much effort in, you know, because like even with me, like I'll have an easy video idea. Like for example, I made a video about OnlyFans. I don't care that much about OnlyFans. However, I know it bangs in terms of views. So like, just talks about it, talks about top people, easy video to make. And then I was making a video about like YouTube Rewind, aka like me rewinding my year of 2020 on YouTube. That took ages because I had to go through all of my videos that year, look at all the ones that were important. It was long, but you know, it's those ones that like you're really proud of. Like those are the ones that you be showing your kids. Like I did that when I was your age, mate.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I get what you mean as well. But yeah, like that's like the shit thing as well with like the internet, man, in general. Like you can put so much effort into something that is like fucking phenomenal, and you can put it out and it'll do okay. But then you can put out a 20-second video of you doing a backflip into a fucking trash bin, and it can get to like 20 million views. It's just like, that's the way the internet works, man. Like
Oh
the
my
internet, they want to see short, dumb, funny shit that they can just enjoy in the moment and then leave. But then again, as well, if you're consistently making good content, that's where you build a fan base where people like really love you and enjoy what you're doing. So I guess another thing about it is like being just committed to staying consistent.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I'm kind of in that kind of zone at the moment, just trying to keep putting out good content for people to enjoy. And yeah, I think I've got one more like swinging video. I think it's to "I'm Ready."
Oh yeah, that was one of the main like songs on the entire Spider-Man Miles Morales track.
Yeah, so I'll finish up with that one, and then yeah, I probably won't post another one until like if a DLC comes out and there's like new suits. But
yeah, no, that definitely makes sense because I feel it's just that in all honesty, you have milked the cash cow out of that entire form of content at this point. For sure.
Yeah, man, I know. Like, I don't want to, because obviously it's not my thing. Like, it's something I've been doing and I've enjoyed it. And like obviously I've gained a lot of, quite a few followers and supporters from it, which is fucking amazing. Like, I'm so grateful for it. But then again, like, music is what I do. Like, I'm not a gamer. As much as I do love like gaming, and like gaming would be fucking sick to do, at the end of the day, like the career I want to make is through music. So
yeah, for sure.
And that's why like I did the Miles Morales song. Like I wanted to like show all these people who were getting like for like my videos who were getting recommended to them. Like they were getting used to like these Miles Morales videos, and then they saw, oh, what's this? Like a Miles Morales song. And I think I really had to prove to them that like, I'm not just like putting out this song because I know I'm getting the views. It's like, no, this is what I fucking do. And I think the most important thing for me was like having those people who didn't like really listen to me before that, listen to that song and be like, oh man, this is fucking like so sick. I wasn't expecting this. So those comments for me are like what I was like aiming for that. Like I wanted to show these people who just thought I was just like doing whatever that like music is what I do.
I mean, for sure, man, and especially with that song because it's so memorable. That's the thing about that song. Like that hook just hits you, swinging through Harlem, dropping my enemies lines. I'm rocking your shoulders. They call me the one in my city. I'm Miles Morales. If you hear my name,
Thank you.
it just goes
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
No, honestly.
Shout out to AO Trey, who was the guy who mixed and mastered that track. Like, obviously, I had a vision in my head, but he kind of made it come to life as well. So shout out to Trey, man. He was he's my engineer, man, and he definitely helped that song come to life. And Longclaw for doing the video. So it was it was a little team effort that I'm super proud of. Yeah.
No, that's so true. And it's funny because what I would do is that I would tell a bunch of my friends, hey, yo, listen to the song and tell me what you think of it. And they'd be like, yo, like, this is sick, bro. Like, who is this guy? I'm like, I know, I'm interviewing him like next week. And they're like, no fucking way. I'm like, yeah, I don't know how it happened. What's happening? It's just random.
Like obviously when you say that shit, that just kind of like blows my mind a little bit because obviously I don't see myself like that. Like I still got like a long way to go still with my music and stuff, but I feel like I'm kind of moving in the right direction, and yeah, I'm always down to do stuff like this. And so yeah, I mean, if anyone else is listening, I'm that type of guy to just I'm always happy to help out and do cool stuff like this, because I think this is very like raw and genuine. Like there's no bullshit behind it, so that's why I like doing stuff.
Man, trust me, I hate fake content or like things that are staged. Like that's why, like, even most of the time I don't write scripts for any of my videos. I really don't. Like I write maybe a couple of objectives or bullet points, and then I just talk, because I want everything to say to be genuine and what I'm actually thinking of. And not to say that all scripted videos are all fake and you should never watch any video that's scripted ever again, but I just feel like my best self is myself in the moment when I'm recording things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, man. I agree with you on that, for sure.
I mean, I'm still learning though, you know? Like, it's been, 1 year of fully trying to do this, so we'll see. Yeah,
well, like, would you say you were 18?
Yeah. Turning 19.
You sound super mature for your age, and like, you're moving in the right. You just got to keep going and like keep doing what you're doing, because like I know I'm still young as well, and I kind of tell myself that as well. Like both of us, we still have so much time to just keep working on our craft and just getting better at it. So yeah, man, don't give it up. Just keep going. Patience is key, my brother.
No, I fully appreciate that still. Like, how would you say, I actually forgot to ask this question, because I think in one of your verses you said that music is more than sound to you. And that hit me. And I didn't understand why at first. But it just, like...
Is that Reserved Kings?
Well, that was brazy. Yeah, man. Oh, my days. I'm so happy with this part 1. And part 2 should be coming out next week. So stay tuned. Really, really gassed for that. Honestly, loving the support on the trailer and the TikTok video. Just like, man, I'm so happy to be back making videos, man. Consistently this time. But yeah, I'll see you lot when I see you lot. Deuces!